मीश स्वतःच्या सकलामध्ये असता तरीही रजनी अनुरेणूचा क्षमाशील तू बनवी मजला शरण शरण माते नमोस्तुते नमोस्तुते श्री निर्मला देवी नमोस्तुते 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 श्री निर्मला देवी नमोस्तुते कृपेने बाला मधुरी ऋतुचारा भूमला तुझा कृपेने ज्ञानी होली बहुदे दैवीना तुझा कृपेने तृप्त कृतनी उदास अंतरयामी तुझा कृपेचे वेद जागृती दिव्य शक्ती देवी सर्वास्याचे देऊन लेणी तरी धन्य माते नमोस्तुते नमोस्तुते श्री निर्मला देवी नमोस्तुते धन्य माते होली बहुदे दैवीना तुझा कृपेने तृप्त कृतनी उदास अंतरयामी तुझा कृपेचे वेद जागृती दिव्य शक्ती देवी सर्वास्याचे देऊन लेणी तरी धन्य माते नमोस्तुते नमोस्तुते श्री निर्मला देवी नमोस्तुते तूच खरोखर या विश्वाची करते अंतरविते तूच खरोखर हरी आपदा देऊन धन संतती समर्थ तुझे समर्थ करी मज दिव्य वाचे मोती सर्वमंगला युगंधरा तुझी आदिशक्ती तुझा ठाई मजला भो देऊन सहज योग माते नमोस्तुते नमोस्तुते श्री निर्मला देवी मजला धो देऊन सहज योग माते नमोस्तुते नमोस्तुते श्री निर्मला देवी नमोस्तुते 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 श्री निर्मला देवी नमोस्तुते श्री निर्मला देवी नमोस्तुते श्री निर्मला देवी नमोस्तुते
Jai Shri Mataji, brother and sister, you are welcome to African morning meditation from Benin, West Africa. Let us do Namaskar to our Divine Mother and rise Kundalini and put under Banda. Shri Mataji, we bow to your lotus feet. We invite you to be present in this Africa morning meditation. Give us your blessing, peace, love, and joy. Help us to spread love, peace, and joy in our country, in Africa, and all the world. Sasha Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi. Let us do a short mantra to Adi Shakti Mataji. Om Swami Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi. Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Salutation to Sri Ganesha. Sri Ganesha, you are the beginning and the end for all worship. By your grace, give us powerful innocence of a child purity, and wisdom. You who are the destroyer of all negativity, we salute you. We offer you the imagine of your 12 name. Let us do one mantra to Sri Ganesha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Sri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namaha. Put our attention to left Muladhara. Divine Mother, by your grace, I am the powerful innocence of a child. One mantra to Sri Nirmal Ganesh. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri निर्माण गणेश साक्षात श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः. Put our attention to right Muladhara. Mother, you are truly the destroyer of all negativity. One mantra to Sri Kartikeya. Om Twameva Sakshat Shri Kartikeya Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi. Put our attention to Muladhara Center. Mother, please make me innocent and wise. One mantra to Ganesha Gauri. Om Swameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Gauri Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi. Our attention to Muladhara Center, we go to offer Bija Mantra of Muladhara. त्वमेव साक्षात् श्रीमूलाधार चक्रस्वामिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी, श्री
Lam 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 Vam Sham Sham Sam Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devye Namo Namaha Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha
Now, put our attention in our left heart. Divine Mother, put your lotus feet in my heart. Mama, I am spirit. I am the spirit. Please forgive me for any mistake against my spirit. I am the instrument of Mother's love. One mantra to Shiva Parvati. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Shiva Parvati Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi. Put our attention to right heart. Mother, please teach me the boundary of good conduct. Mother, please awaken the sense of responsibility in me. One mantra to Sita Rama. Om Sakshat Shri Sita Rama Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi. Now, put our attention to heart center. Mother, please make me fearless and confident. One mantra to Durga Mata Jagadamba. Om Twameva Sakshat Shri Durga Mata Jagadamba Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mata Shri Nirmala Om Namaha. Mother, thank you for giving me my self-realization. By your grace, I am protected and will be victorious over all challenge to my ascent. Please establish my self-realization. Please establish my connection with the divine. Now, we are going to offer Bija mantra of Sasra.
ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्रीसहस्रारचक्रस्वामिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ निर्मलं निर्मलं निर्मलम् ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री सदाशिव साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ ॐ ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्रीं महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Now, go to listen talk of Sri Mataji.
Saraswami, Mahani Mahal
Now let's listen the speech of Sri Mataji.
With love, all kinds of creative action takes place. You see how Raulbai has love for me. With love, all kinds of creative action takes place. You see how Raulbai has love for me. And in this place, we all also got new ideas of creating a beautiful thing. And as love will increase, your creativity will develop. So the basis of all creativity of Saraswati is love. If there is no love, there is no creativity. It's even in the deeper sense, if you see, people who have created all the scientific things are also out of love for the masses, not for themselves. Nobody has produced anything for themselves. If they make something for themselves, it has to become for universal use, otherwise it has no meaning. Even if you say atom bomb and all these things are created from science, they are also very protective. If they had not created those, people would not have taken out their minds from war. Now nobody can think of having a big war. Of course they are having old wars, but that also will gradually stop when they will be fed up of it. So all the activity on the right hand side of Saraswati basically has to end up in love, starts with love and ends up in love. Whichever does not end up in love coils up and finishes up. It just disappears. So you can see that even matter which is not used for love just finishes up. The basis has to be love. Otherwise, all such matter that we create, which has angularity, which is not fitting into the mass media, which is not appealing to the masses, of course, it takes time. We have seen that it takes time. But it does, has that tendency always to disappear in the thin air as soon as you find it does not appeal to the masses. Now this love that we talk of, this great love of God we talk of, we know that it for definite through vibrations. People do not have vibrations, but still they can feel the vibrations in a very unconscious way. All the great paintings of the world have vibrations. All the great creative works of the world have vibrations. Only those who have vibrations have been sustained by time. Otherwise, all other things are destroyed. There must have been monuments and horrible statues and horrible things that have been created long time back, but were all destroyed by nature, and they could not stand the impact of the Kala, that is the destructive power of time. So all that is sustaining, all that is nurturing, all that is ennobling comes from this sense of love which is within us, very much developed, but within others also who are not yet realized. Ultimately the whole world has to realize that one has to go to that ultimate love of God, otherwise it has no meaning. Now you have seen in art, people have taken to other methods of appealing to people by using cheap things and very vulgar things, just to make people think that this is art. But this will all disappear. It cannot sustain the impact of the time, as I told you. It cannot, because the time will kill it. All these things have to disappear. And already you can see the result, how things are changing everywhere, even in the West. So there is no need to be so much disappointed with the West and to say that the Western world is a wasteland. It is going to be all right, and it has to be done. Especially it has done a lot of puja of Saraswati, I should say, in the West. much more that they have done in India, because they have gone to learning, they have tried to find out so many things. But only thing they forgot that it is a goddess of learning. Everything comes from the goddess, that's what they've forgotten. And that's why all the problems have been created. If there is no spirit in your learning, if there is no source of the goddess in your learning, then it is absolutely useless. If they had realized that there is the spirit that is working it out, they would not have gone that far. And that's what I was warning the Indians all through, that you are now taking to industrial revolution in a way. And to avoid all the complications of industrial revolution, you must try to know the spirit. If you do not know the spirit, you will have the same problems as these people have, because they are also human beings, you are also human beings. You will go the same way, at random you will run, and there will be problems, the same problems as the Western people have suffered. Now, Saraswati's blessings are so many that one cannot describe in such a short time. And the Surya has given us so many powers that it is impossible to tell them even in one lecture, even in 10 lectures. But how we go against Surya and how we go against La Saraswati while doing the worship of Saraswati is to be seen very clearly within ourselves. For example, the Western people are very fond of Surya because they have no Surya with them. But they go too far with it, as you know, and create complications within themselves of Surya. But the main thing that one has to achieve through Surya is the light within. And if Surya chakra at the Agya level is occupied by Lord Jesus Christ, then it is even more essential that the purity of life, what we call niti, is the morality of life. The morality itself has become very much sort of an argument in the West. People don't have any sense of absolute morality. On vibrations, of course, you know. But they have gone all against it. Those who are the worshippers of Jesus, those who are the worshippers of the Surya, of the Saraswati, have all gone against the powers of Surya, just disobeying it. Because you cannot be a Surya if you do not have a proper sense of morality and holiness. The Surya itself brings light. You see everything clearly. So many qualities Surya has got. It dries up everything that is wet, dirty, filthy. It dries up all these places which create parasites. But so many parasites are created in the West. Not only parasites, but there are horrible cuts and horrible things which have come into those countries which is supposed to be full of light. And in that darkness they exist. Darkness about their spirit, darkness about their own knowledge, and darkness about love. These three things have taken over in the places where you are supposed to love light. Light doesn't mean what you see with your gross eyes. Light means from within, the light of love. That one should understand. Light of love. And it's so soothing, it's so sweet, it's so beautiful, it's so enamoring, it's so abounding that unless and until you can feel that light within you, that light which is of pure love, of purity, pure relationships, pure understanding, if you can develop that kind of a light within yourself, then the whole thing will be cleansed. Wash me and I shall be whiter than snow. This is what happens to you when you are completely cleansed. The purest form of nature is within us. The purest form of nature is within us. Our chakras are made out of that purest form of nature. We are the only people who are spoiling it by our mental thinking. Again, the same Saraswati's work. We are going against Saraswati itself. Saraswati cleanses all that is impure in nature, while with our brain activity we are spoiling all that. All our brain activity goes against pure intelligence. And that's what one has to understand, that this pure intelligence is not to be soiled by our thinking. Our thinking can make us so bumptious, so ego-oriented, so impure, that we can really eat the poison and say, what's wrong? Just the opposite of Saraswati. If Saraswati is within us, she gives us subuddhi, wisdom. And that's why to worship Saraswati, to worship Surya, we must have that clear vision as to what we have to be, what we are doing, what filth we are living in, what our mind is getting into. After all, we are here for emancipation and not for just pampering our ego and living with our filth that is with us. So this light should come within us and we should try to rise above our own mental filth which is being created around us. Apart from that, you have to go higher and understand that there is within us so the love that is you establish in your child becomes very precious thing. So the system of Sahaja Yoga is based on divine love, and it can only work when people are loving. If they love money, if they love power, if they love their reputation, they love this, love that, and not their own children or their families, then they are absolutely losing a very big part of the society, and God knows what's going to happen to these children if you do not have love for your children. In Sri Krishna's life, you can see various things he has shown. In his, we can say, in his epic or in his biography, if you see, you will find how many facets of life he has handled with such beauty. Then in his childhood, then he goes and kills the devil of Kansa. That too, how beautifully he does it, how he kills the people who are surrounding him, how he knows their secrets, how they can be killed, it shows complete brilliance and very beautiful organizing the whole thing. Now imagine one Krishna fought the whole army of that Kansa. How he must have done it? Because after all he is Virat, and all the powers that are of this all-pervading power are in his hands. He can do whatever he likes, he can play around as he likes, he can finish off anybody he wants, and it is so easy for him to manage all these things simultaneously. Then came his life when he became the king. When he became the king, he wanted, I should say, in a way that he wanted to establish people in dharma, and he needed the help of the 5 elements. So he made them into 5 ladies whom he married. So he has 5 wives. But they are 5 elements, part and parcel of his being. But he was Yogeshwara, absolutely detached in his yoga. But he had, for practical purposes, we can say, 5 wives. And there were 16,000 women who became his wives. These 16,000 women are nothing but his 16,000 powers. Because you know his chakras they have got 16 petals. And these 16 petals multiplied by the Viratas, 1000 petals each. So it comes to 16,000 powers. So these 16,000 powers were incarnated as women, were taken away by some horrible king, and he went there, fought that king, and brought these ladies. Now, even now it is so that even an old man has a young lady with him. People will never think that there is good relationship. They'll always think there must be something wrong. So he had to marry them because he had to keep these ladies, so he married them. But mother's position is different because mother can have 1,000 children. But poor man, even if he has one woman round him, everybody will say he is a bad person. So he had to marry all of them, so-called marriage. And these 16,000 powers stayed with him, by which he established our Vishuddhi Chakra. Now, when we have our Vishuddhi problems, we have to know what are the deities on both the sides and what were their qualities which are lacking in us. That's why we are suffering. Let's see the right side, Vishuddhi, when we catch. Sri Krishna's essence is sweetness, madhurya. Madhurya. And his power was Radha. Ra is energy, Dham is the one who has sustained the energy. And her power was, she was called as Ahlad. Ahlad means joy-giving qualities she had. So Sri Krishna's qualities were that he was Yogeshwara, so he was the witness, and sweetness. Now a person who shouts and screams and talks loudly and loses his temper in a very loud voice, or who speaks very loudly all the time, they all suffer from the right Vishuddhi. So one should understand that even when you have to scold somebody, you have to just say, what are you doing? Why are you doing like this? Otherwise, why did you, like this? Finished, right Vishuddhi, over. It's finished now. So for the right Vishuddhi, we use the mantra of Vithala and Rakhumai, these two persons. You see, it is very significant, that also. Because they say that
Now, let's meditate in a few minutes. Now we are going to do Bandan to ask to our Divine Mother to help us to spread love, peace, joy in our country, in Africa, and all the world. The second Bandan, please, Mother, destroy all negativity within your children, Sahaja Yugi, in all the world. Now, let us do Namaskar and rise the Kundalini and put enter Mandala. thank you, brother and sister who joined this African morning meditation. Have a nice and blessed day. Geshe Mataji.
All of you, all of you. All of you are in my heart. And I love you very much. And I want you people to come as soldiers to fight with me. It's possible with the power of love, with the power of love.